Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be answering the question of whether or not you should summon for Vorn or wait for the anniversary events coming down the line. There's a few different scenarios to discuss when it comes to this answer, so stick around throughout the whole video so you know which one applies to you and you can get your answer on what to do. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, Mr. Vorn. First off, if you want to see this, you can't really see him in the hero gallery or anything yet. It doesn't happen until they actually release the unit. So if you go to the events and you click on Helga here, you can actually click on these heroes' names and it'll bring up their profiles and you can see their kits if you want to look over them and see what's all going on. Plus, we also have on prospector.gg, call this out a lot lately, on the test server units where they're available on a test server and then we are allowed to release them. I will actually go ahead and add these heroes to the hero guide section of prospector.gg. You just click on here with unreleased heroes, it'll show up, and right now Vorn is, as of right now, the only one I know is not released, so you can go ahead and click on him and you can actually see his kit completely right on here as well. As well as all the gear sets, the attributes, the awakenings, stage ratings, video rated content. We even have the BP here on the awakenings tab. Anyways, yeah, so Vorn is going to complete your poison meta teams in two different ways. There's two different ways that you can actually do this. One is if you have Nastia and you have Numera. So with Nastia and Numera, you can add Vorn to the mix, and you're kind of like overkilling it on the poisons, but it's still a good thing. What Vorn is going to bring to the table is two different stacks of poisons, so then you're going to have 40 total stacks of poisons, right? Instead of 20, which is the two of them, or instead of just 30 with Vorn and Numera combo. Now you got to keep in mind that Vorn and Numera are both of the Piercer faction. She should be right here as well. You can pair her with Yovar if you want to go in Abyss 1. Yovar will bring some physical damage in there, as well as Numera and Vorn being plenty of damage for her poison explodes. Whether or not it's going to be able to be enough to get you through like Magic Shield 3 or something like that is still to be said. We tried to test it a little bit, just haven't really gotten the kinks kind of worked out yet, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely going to be a possible scenario. Now, what makes Vorn special for the team? Well, Vorn is not only going to be good on Abyss 1. So a lot of people are thinking that he's just going to be, oh, it's Abyss 1, Poison Explodes. It's Abyss 1, Poison Explodes. It's not just that. His awakenings are really easy to, I think it's Awaken level 1 is the big one. Yeah, well, Flesh Warp is good as well. Awaken level 3 is good. But the big one you're going to want here is Awaken level 1, right? Has Shield Break to 3 different allies on the team. So of course, you want this to land on Numera, and you want it to land on like Kagiri or Sumu Kong, something along those lines. It is very, very nice. It basically increases damage dealt to shielded targets by 40%. That means anything on Guild Boss, Nightmare 4, 3, Abyss 1, anything that puts up a shield like that, you're gonna get an extra 40% damage against that target, whoever has this shield break buff. Okay, now that we got through that, there's one other huge thing that people, I think, are kind of overlooking with Vorn. Vorn dispels up to 1 buff from the target, so any kind of enemy that's putting a buff on itself, like the Aegis Shield from Apocalypse 2, yeah, he's going to be able to take those off. He keeps them off very consistently. The rage cost for his ultimate is relatively low. He does start off with 200, but it lasts for 20 seconds. He does a decent job of coming back to this and cycling back fast enough to keep those Aegis Shield buffs off of him. So now the 3 different scenarios that of whether or not you should or shouldn't summon. So before we get too deep into that, I need to mention that there is a rumor, and it may be a confirmed leak at this point or something. The anniversary is coming up very, very soon, and we all know that a limited exclusive hero is going to be hitting the game again. There's rumors of it being Kagiri. I keep hearing a lot about Kagiri. I actually do not know in any kind of confirmed way that is what is happening. I don't really communicate with a lot of the leakers, so you may know from hearing from them guys if it's actually happening or not. Either way, there is going to be a limited exclusive, and if it is Kagiri, that's going to be one of the scenarios, right? If you have or don't have Kagiri. Alright, so first scenario. You've got yourself Nastia. You got yourself Numera. And you also have Kagiri already, okay? In this scenario, you're definitely going to want to summon for Vorn. How far you're going to want to summon to that, it's hard to say. It is really hard to say if you want to go burning every single summon that you have for Vorn, or if you just want to go ahead and, you know, try to hit one legendary, see if you get lucky, and get yourself a copy. That is one of those scenarios where you might choose, I want to complete this team so I can get a better, stronger team on Abyss 1, versus worrying about higher awakenings on Kagiri or something along those lines. But Kagiri is Kagiri, right? So there's a good chance that you may just decide that I don't care about Vorn, I need Kagiri, I need to get that step completed first. Now, what is the other scenario? Second scenario is that you didn't pull Nastia, but you do have Numera. In this scenario, Vorn is going to be pretty much less valuable to you. He's not going to be as much of a game changer. He's a great unit, but he's just for bosses, and the big ones too. So it's going to be like Nightmare 4, it's going to be Guild Boss 2, Apocalypse 2, and then it's going to be Abyss 1. These are the big bosses that you're really going to be wanting to focus on with Vorn. And if you're at that stage in the game, maybe you want to do that. If you are going to spend anyways, I would say, you know, maybe cash in what you have now for Vorn and then spend to get the limited exclusive in the future. But either way, it's kind of hard to really pinpoint each individual account and tell you exactly what you should do exactly, but you have to decide what your priorities are. If you're really going to prioritize the Nightmare 4, Apocalypse 2, and Abyss 1 stages, you may want to start pumping out for Vorn. At least give it a shot. It's worth a shot. Now, there's a number 3 on the certain scenario here. That scenario is going to be if you have Kagiri Awaken 3 or higher. Or if it is Sun Wukong, whatever it is, if it's Sun Wukong or if it's Kagiri, whatever it is. If you have these units already awakened pretty high, maybe you don't really want to participate that much and you just want to go for a Vorn and fill out your Poison Squad team and just go wild. If you're going to spend, just do your thing. It's always going to be that way. Just you're going to spend, do your thing. And make sure you use my Smile1 link. It's smile1.prospector.gg. All you have to do is type that into your address bar, go ahead and select what you want, select your payment process, and put it through, and then it'll give me a 5% kickback from Moonton. It's a really nice thing that they do for us in the channels. Anyways, if you have those heroes higher awakened already, and you really want to push Abyss 1, and maybe you're struggling on Apocalypse 2 already a little bit, and you don't have a good Lucius, or maybe you don't have Kagiri. I don't know. It's really hard to say which way you want to take, because if you don't have Kagiri, you're probably gonna just want to straight up focus on Kagiri. If you don't have Sun Wukong, you're gonna try to focus on Sun Wukong, and then Vorn will be like kind of left in the wind, waiting for you to just hopefully pull him someday, or him to show up on another banner. He's a super tempting hero, super strong hero. I think in the end, in my opinion, unless you're going to spend, if you did manage to pick yourself up Nastia, I think you should try at least a little bit to try to go for Vorn. Maybe at least try one legendary, see what happens. Now, on this banner, we do have Helga on here as well, and Helga is amazing on Apocalypse 2. She has a specialized attack speed, so it means that she can attack really fast. And she also has the ability here, where is it? During the ultimate, every 8 times of damage dealt to the same target inflicts stun on 100% and 100% damage. This stun is significant enough to get full 12 stacks on the Titan Saw phase and mitigate most of that damage coming in. So if you do manage to pick yourself up a Helga, congratulations. She's a really strong unit. She's very useful. As far as the epics go, Hollow is great. Mari is great, but she's pretty easy to pull for the most part. Livian is great, but I think that she's still a fusion. If we go over here, you can actually see her in the fusion. Hero fusion, Livian, yep, she's right here. You can just fuse her whenever you want to, so none of these epics are super crazy. If Laurel was in there, that'd be a different story. But yeah, back to Vorn. The more I think about it, the more I think that this is just a bait banner to get you to burn out your summons before the anniversary. But then I kind of come back to it and think, well, there's usually a bunch of events going around the anniversary. You get a ton of summons to try to get that unit. So if you're only going to go for like one copy, you can definitely pick up a copy of whatever exclusive they do decide to run, whether it be Kagiri or Sun Wukong. So yeah, maybe at least try to pull one legendary. And if you don't get it, and it really depends on if you're going to spend, but if you don't get it, just maybe wait until the anniversary event comes around the corner. One more thing, I did mention a little bit, we do have really cool Smile of One discounts going on right now. There's special bundles that are in the Smile of One pack, so if you come over to the website, you either type in smile1.prospector.gg or just come to the website and click on one of these Smile of One banners and it'll bring you right over there, and we have all kinds of bundles as well. But if you do go back to the website and you scroll down a little bit and you want to see them in a little more detail, you click this Smile of One May Special Bundles event, and you just can go in here and you can see these a little more up close and personal, so you can actually tell what you're actually getting. There is some limits on some of these, but either way, it's a good deal on those bundles that are on the Smile One website. That's the only way you pick them up. Anyways, guys, I hope I didn't leave too many questions unanswered. If you have any scenarios that I didn't really cover that well, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I will try my best to answer them. Also, don't forget to join Discord. The Discord link is always in the description of all of my videos. So go ahead and join Discord. You can always ask in the general chat in there. We have a pretty friendly group going on in there, and they're typically pretty helpful when it comes to answering these kind of questions as well. I'm also in there as well. Feel free to tag me in the general chat. I'll try to answer if I can. But anyways, guys, I will try to work on getting another testing video out for Vorn to show how he works in Apocalypse 2 or Apocalypse 1, just to show that the buffs come off of the Aegis Shield like they're supposed to. Maybe I'll try to work out something with Abyss 1 a little bit more. We'll see, but definitely stay tuned for tomorrow or the next day, and I will try to get some other kind of testing video out for Vorn. Anyways, I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck on your decisions, and until next time, keep digging.